right, now I'm going to show you how to use the explore function to get descriptive statistics as well as box plots and histograms. So select Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, Explore. We're going to look at moral identity. Put it in here. Okay, statistics by default, SPSS is going to produce almost all the descriptives you might need. The only thing you cannot get here is mode. You have to use frequencies for modes. Then select plots. We don't need a stem and leaf. We do want a histogram. And by default, SPSS will output a box plot. So hit OK. All right, here we can see we have sample size n equals 381. We have the mean, we have the trim mean without outliers, we have the median, variance, standard deviation, minimum, maximum range, and so forth. All right. We also have a histogram, the same one we saw before, right? We can see that negative skew, and we have a box plot. So just to refresh your memory, a box plot shows the median right here, right, the 50th percentile, and then it shows the interquartile range. So that's between the 25th percentile and the 75th percentile up here. And these whiskers that go out to the trimmed mean or excluding outliers, the maximum excluding outliers and the minimum excluding outliers. And then it shows little dots, each individual outlier. Okay, so these are all outliers. Right, so we can see from the box plot that it's a negative skew, as well as we can see from the histogram. We can also see that negative skew here. All right, I'm going to show you one more thing you can do with Explore. You can split the data by group. So Analyze, Explore, Descriptives, Explore. So say we want to split it and look at it, men and women separately. First, we have to find what is your sex, and we put it in the factor list. All right. Now we do the same thing. Okay. And then what SPSS does is it separates males and females. So we see there are 160 males and 221 females, and we can see the means for both. For males, 4.63, and females, 4.89. Females looks like self-report a greater sense of moral identity. It also shows you the separate histograms for each, right? And what's really interesting is it shows you side-by-side box plots for the two groups. In this case, it's male and female, but if you have different variables, it would be different. It could be, for example, different religions. So we can see in each case, we have outliers, right? And we can see on the whole, females have higher scores, including a higher median than males do. All right. I'll show you that one more time. So what if we have a variable with more categories? Let's go over here. Let's look at ethnicity. Let's see if there's any missing data here. No, there's not. Oh, this person's missing a lot of data. Or we just delete him or her. We don't know what it is. So for example, say we want to look at moral identity by, let's see what we have options here. We're going to do actually by class, okay? That will be more fun. So moral identity by freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior. Okay, so we're going to do Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, Explore. We already have moral identity in the dependent list field, but now we're going to put what is your class. Okay. And here we can see freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, and whatever special is, probably like grad student. And it gives you all the descriptives for each category, right? And then the histograms. And finally, it gives you a really cool box plot where we can look at, see if there's just visualize any possible differences. And we can tell, so let's scroll, oops, now it won't let me scroll. Let me scroll down a bit. Okay, so senior, we can see on the whole, It's a more balanced, possibly more normal shape because it has outliers both high and extremely high and extremely low scores, although more high, okay? And they look like maybe they're a little bit lower than everybody else. This special was only one case, so you can't do a box plot with one case. For juniors, we can see that there was one extremely low score outlier, no outliers for sophomores, right? And just low scores for freshmen or fresh persons, right? So that's how we can use Explore to get descriptive statistics, histograms, box plots, and then how we can split the file by groups with a categorical variable in order to just have an idea of the differences, whether there's a relationship between the categorical variable you're using to split the file and the continuous variable that we are examining with the Explore function.